I did. My engine was perfectly fine for the entire
Jerry,
thing.
something go wrong, you get in that car, we go, okay?
Oh, okay. This car here? All right, absolutely. Thank you guys for running security for me.
We go, okay? We go, and we're gonna win.
We are. We're gonna win.
That's the tactic that I figured out from the last.
Yeah, you'll have to. Do you remember what Kenji told you about what
past
she did
life,
to him?
you know what I mean?
I do. I remember.
You drove around in circles.
We'll keep that in mind for later.
You got like at least top 5. Yeah.
You say one security representative?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yeah, Shine.
Okay,
Shine
Jerry,
was
I'm
out
staying
like
by
a
your
millisecond.
side. I'm the
yeah,
security
no problem.
All right, everybody, let's get this show on the road. Please give us your full attention. Show some respect to the candidates. All right, first of all, I would like to thank... Who the fuck is talking? All right. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to be here for the mayoral debates. Obviously, having the Destruction Derby made things easy to gather you all in one place, but nonetheless, I appreciate you coming.
How you doing?
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, now I understand a lot of you may already favor one candidate over the other, but remember, this is not meant to be a popularity contest. I would hope that all of you take into account what each of these candidates represent before you make your opinions. Cindy, get the fuck over there. Anyways, as I was saying, after all, whoever is elected will be the one making changes that will affect all of our lives in the city. So please just take your time to respect each of the candidates, listen to what they have to say, and make a decision after that, all right? Anyways, without further ado, I would like to introduce our first mayoral candidate, Beth. Please give her a round of applause and be respectful. Beth, this is your cue.
Hey, Beth, yes sir.
Why don't you stand up here and start talking?
Stand up here and start talking. Okay.
My bad, motherfucker, my bad.
I'm gonna get a hot plate.
Hey everybody. I'm Beth Almover. I think most of y'all probably know me already. Yeah, I hope to have a good debate here today against Mr. Jerry. And that's it. Short and sweet. That's me.
All right, Jerry, why don't you come up and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jerry Simmons. I work for Weasel News, and hopefully I'll become your mayor soon. I got a lot of big ideas. I know most of you probably haven't heard of me, or if you have, you know that I get out there and grind for the Weasel News. I'm going to bring the same determination and motivation to the mayor position.
Yeah.
I am damn sure.
Yeah, Jerry.
All right, both of you, please come up here, stand next to each other, and I'm gonna have one of you choose a topic, perhaps, or just kind of give you a whole spiel, you know, and then the other person can kind of counter that if they feel like it.
I've got a question for you, Beth. What are you passionate about when it comes to being mayor? Why did you choose to become mayor in the first place?
So I chose to become mayor because I feel like, given the ideas and what's the word for it? Given the ideas and the support that I have given the community, I think that I can continue to do that at a higher capacity as mayor. I do believe that people do trust me with their vision for the city, and I would like to be able to further that.
All right. Should I answer the same?
Absolutely.
All right. The main thing that made me want to become mayor was that, like I said, I'm a Weasel News employee. And as some of you may know, I was looking into crooked cops in the city. I went to the courthouse to get some records to further my investigation, and I learned that there is no public records in this city. No civilian can go up and look into things for themselves. They have to go through the court system and lawyers just to get the justice they deserve. The poor people of this city, they can't afford all that. Not everyone has a lawyer on standby. I think it's wrong, and I think people should be able to fight for themselves. And the only way to change that is for me to become mayor. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah, how are you going to achieve that exactly? I'd like to know that, as well as, you do say that you're going to, eliminate traffic lights, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to eliminate the traffic cameras. Not the traffic lights. Those obviously need to stay, but the speeding tickets are ridiculous. Yeah, you threw me off there. The speeding tickets need to go. I think we all know full well that you're just as likely to be hit by a police officer going 150 at a damn stoplight than you are any criminal that's gonna stop for a damn traffic light or whatever. The streets are dangerous no matter how many speeding tickets you get. People just say, "Oh, that sucks," and then they just keep going down the road. They might slow down for a second, but then they're gonna go right back up to 100 and hit the next one. They're not stopping anything. They're only attacks on people because of what the criminals are doing. And it's wrong. It's bankrupting people.
Very true.
They're completely unnecessary, and I think they need to go, or the cost needs to be cut right in half. I firmly believe that, and I will campaign to do so.
Beth, do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, what was the first part of the question? I got on a rant there.
That's all right. My first part was just how you're going to be able to make public records accessible.
Absolutely.
Support for on that.
As it stands now, only a lawyer is able to access any police reports or court records. I think if you just go up to any judge or maybe still the lawyer, they should be able to dig that up for you. It wouldn't be hard at all. Not everyone's going to want access to it. It wouldn't bog anything down. It's just making things available for everyday people like you and I. And it leads to better investigations for the people.
I disagree, Jerry, because I feel like
Jerry, don't make me put you in timeout or whatever the Ryan Fletcher, Jesus Christ, whatever your name is.
I'm Jerry.
Yeah. I disagree. I feel like everyone has a right to privacy.
Go back.
I wouldn't want just someone
Ryan, this is not about you. Let him talk.
Jerry,
business.
I would like to hear about any potential changes you might be making to any drug policies in the city.
That's a good question. I know a lot of people in this city that may suffer from back problems and things like that. I see a few in the crowd myself. Medicinal marijuana should be legal. For anyone who gets a prescription, you'd have to go to the doctor for that, but the hard drugs like, I would say meth and maybe cocaine, I would say a zero tolerance policy for those. There's no need for any kind of meth or, those kind of substances.
So, my platform, as per request, is working towards Prop 208, if you're not familiar with that.
208!
It is slightly decriminalizing the cocaine in the city. I'm working towards possibly, having 2 bags on you. You're just trying to have a fun weekend. You're not trying to ruin your whole fucking life by getting a felony or nothing. I think that could be good for people in this city. Give them a second chance, take their drugs off them, and send them on their way.
I don't know, the cocaine seems pretty extreme.
Jerry,
It's a party drug, Jerry.
Yeah, she want to do coke.
She's a cocaine addict.
I want to
Alright
do
guys,
coke,
be
but
respectful.
illegally.
Come on,
Hey, who don't
cut
want
it
to
off.
do coke, motherfucker?
this has nothing to do with what I myself do. Anyone who knows me knows I do not indulge in those drugs. I just think, if we can give people second chances to not fuck up their entire life with a felony, we should. I mean, it's a whole different story if you got your fucking backpack, your scale, your fucking Ziploc bags in the back of your vehicle and the cop pulls you over. That's on you, but I'm trying to,
Yeah, I feel that.
save a little bit of paperwork for everyone involved.
On that point, I think that third-degree offenders should not be treated as hostilely by the police and the public as everyone else. If they're not violent offenders, then we need to treat them as if they have rights. I mean, once they go behind those cell doors, everybody just kind of forgets about them. I think the lawyer should be reaching out to them in prison for early release, that sort of thing. I don't think that these third-degree robberies and things like that. We can be a little more lenient on these guys. There's not a lot of potential in the city to make money other than things like Weasel News and being delivery drivers. And they're
Called and set a business up.
You're rich?
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
Sorry?
Are you rich?
I am not. I live with my mother.
So what Weasel News money do you make?
It's probably about as low as you can get. I'd say if a taxi makes 1,000, Weasel News makes about 400. So I know what that grind is about. Trust me.
Try fishing more.
Fishing.
Alright, let's get back on topic.
I have a question for the crowd. Just by show of hand, how many of you have had a, run-in or traffic stop or whatnot with a police officer and you feel that you were fairly untreated during that traffic stop? Please raise your hand.
Right here, motherfucker. Right here. Every day, motherfucker. Every day. Right here. Pick me
Yeah.
No, unfairly. They stay out here.
I got blamed for a crime I didn't do.
Basically, how many of you think crooked cops are a thing?
Now, I'm sure that, quite honestly, Jerry has the same perspective of this as me, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it.
Absolutely.
I think that there needs to be a more fair and even playing field. As it sits right now, in certain aspects, there's not a lot of accountability for the police force. As a citizen, I've looked into this the last 2 days, and I mean, if you want to try and protect yourself as a citizen, you're told to film it. But how are you supposed to film anything if you're handcuffed and detained?
Hallelujah.
They can do whatever they want. And personally, I think that it should be made public that all of their SOPs, so that we can check them on stuff. Because how many times have you been, handcuffed and then just taking the handcuffs off and then nobody said anything, or you got pulled over at a traffic stop and you don't even know their name or their badge or if they're a real cop because they just start talking? That should not be a thing. That should be
Are you
mandatory.
saying the SOPs aren't available to the public?
That's true.
What?
Release the body cameras.
Absolutely.
Release
I think
citizens
every
can't-
citizen should have a dash cam and a body cam.
Citizens can't legally have body cams. It's not admissible in court.
It's wrong, and it makes no sense. I mean, why wouldn't you want everyone to have a recording?
Exactly. If our body cameras aren't admissible, why are theirs?
Not to mention, if you can record, just as long as you have your phone out, so therefore you can record and get the evidence that you need right then and there.
But if you're handcuffed or detained, you're fucked.
If somebody's pointing a gun at your head and says, if you pull out a phone, I'm going to shoot you, chances are you're not going to pull out the phone. Sorry.
Heard. What's going on? Very good point.
Yeah, that's my problem, and I've tried to discuss that with the police. They said to talk to a judge, and then I talked to a judge, and he said to talk to a lawyer, and the lawyer said it depends on the situation. So I've never gotten to the bottom of it, by the way.
Yes, Beth and I completely agree on this.
We do agree on that.
There is a corruption problem, and the civilians have no way to defend themselves. They can't even look into things. Back to the public
I have
records.
a comment for the two nominees.
Shoot.
Jerry, you have a lot of knowledge about the inner workings, the deep inner workings, because that's who you are. That's what you are. You're a journalist.
Amen.
That's what you do, and I love your clips. They're hilarious.
Thank you.
Beth, you are not afraid to put your foot down on anything, and you know how to stand by the civilians of this sweet city that we live in. How about that's your secretary?
Sure.
Or vice versa.
Work together.
No,
together.
Beth has to be the face. She's the Biden.
Well, I don't necessarily agree.
I don't know nothing about that.
You are the background. You are the inner workings, and she knows how to go. This ain't right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wins. However, I do like this idea. You know, you guys can certainly work together.
You guys are so good. I honestly, at first, Beth all the way, but Jerry motherfucking Simmons, you.
Amen.
You have you know what the hell you're talking about, and I love it. Am I wrong? Do you guys disagree?
All right.
He's
Enough of that,
amazing.
Cindy. Enough of that. Let's get back on topic.
I do
Thank
have
you.
another comment to make on that. Jerry, I'll give you a second, but just. I find that with a lot of, you know, even though the laws are available to us citizens, a lot of them are very muddled. For example, like, you know, disorderly conduct. It's fucking vague. Like, you know, if a cop believes you're breaking the peace or not, like, how do you define that? Things like that. Things like Grand Theft Auto versus joyriding versus this versus that. I've spoken to multiple people about this. The fines don't even make sense. If I'm sitting in a car and I have a lockpick on my lap, I get charged out the ass for it. But if I go rob a store, it's like pocket change. Doesn't make any sense.
Very true.
True.
And I'm not going to vow to get rid of the speed cams, but I do think there needs to be an investigation into where the fuck that money's going.
Yes.
If we could
Yes.
redistribute the wealth,
Back to
that
the
would be great.
people.
Yeah.
Another problem about the speeding cams is they hack into your bank account and they just take the money right out. You should be able to choose if you pay it or not, or at least appeal them.
Dispute it.
Yes.
Like, that's kind of creepy. They're getting into our bank accounts.
Yes, like get a warrant if you don't pay it or something.
Or maybe for every 10 speeding tickets you blow through, then they tell you, hey, you got 10 speeding tickets. Go see the judge or something. Maybe go appeal them,
Or
see what's happening.
Get points off your license.
You know,
Go to driving school or something.
Exactly. What if your wife's pregnant and you gotta blast through? You know, you can't be slowing down for these speeding tickets. There's always a reason.
Like the lights are insane. Can I
Yeah.
ask you guys a question?
You can be like fucking 10 miles down the road and they're like, oh, got you. Like,
Yeah, you could slow down and then pass through and they still get you somehow.
Yeah.
Why do the lights take so goddamn long?
I don't know, but that's the exact reason I ride a bicycle.
It's because they
Like,
go
I
one at a
sit
time
there,
instead
I sit
of.
there for so long, and I'm like, I'm done. Goodbye. Pull me over.
Yeah.
Instead of two at a time, they go one at a time.
Right?
I do think that the speeding cameras serve a purpose, and the idea there is that people aren't fucking going Mach 10, running over fucking EMS workers and everyone else that's down there. I do get
That's
that.
exactly why it's there,
I
to
agree.
stop people from hurting EMS.
You could check my hospital records. I've been doing. I'm a victim of hit and run, people, over and over.
Honey, I've seen you go through the pillbox on your bike
Yeah.
with all that equipment, so you're not innocent. Go on, Beth.
I do have an additional comment. I think that parking in the emergency lane at the hospital should be a crime punishable by death.
Whoa.
What? I wouldn't even say that, and I work there. What?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I am for the death penalty for repeat offenders. I want to put them in a coliseum.
About calling an impound in.
Whoa,
That's
whoa
like
there,
so
buddy. Chill
10
the fuck
steps
out.
higher.
No,
I think
listen
that
to
EMS
him.
should
He's
be
got
able
a
to
good
carry
idea for this.
guns and shoot
Yes!
people in emergency rooms.
Yes!
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jerry,
Anyway,
tell him
go
about
on,
the
Jared.
arena.
I'd love to hear about it.
All right, so I've been talking, everybody. I've been talking to my lawyers, and I'm not sure if it's completely legal. They haven't really returned my calls or texts. But my idea is to take these repeat offenders, people who have been in prison, in and out, and they've got, you know, something like a 2-year sentence, and they just want to get out. I was thinking about opening up a coliseum to have all the people come in and watch, you know, these convicted felons battle it out to the death. It has to be opt-in, though. I'm not just going to throw them in against their will. But I figure if we have the death penalty, why not get some entertainment out of it and have them have some way to get out of it?
Okay, you got it fucked up. You got it fucked up. You turned it into Hunger Games. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about having like a raffle or something. Everybody pitches some money in, and then there's a winner and everything. Make it like a real showy event.
I'm not gambling on life, dude. That's not fun.
Yeah.
You turned it dark. At first it was cool, and then I was like, oh, never mind.
Well, you know, that lawyer said the same thing. Maybe not to the death, but, you know, some kind of, like, tournament or something. Bring the tourneys to Los Santos.
why don't you let them box for their freedom?
It doesn't seem harsh enough. I don't think that would draw any crowds.
I think it would.
Oh, it absolutely draws a crowd.
Kind of trial by combat. I like the idea that you could name a champion.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm still workshopping the idea, but it's kind of a long shot.
Jerry, I thought you were the nice one on stage, honey. What the hell?
Jerry, you're saying you don't support violence, but yet you're wanting to do a trial by combat?
The trial by combat would be opt-in. I'm not going to force these criminals to do anything.
You're just throwing wet spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks.
All right, everybody calm down, please.
At this point, the best criminal wins.
Exactly.
True. But it's still supporting violence either way.
Beth for mayor. Beth for mayor.
Oh,
Beth
calm
for
down,
mayor.
everybody,
Beth
calm
for
down.
mayor.
Jerry, 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 Jerry. We'll find out on election day.
Settle down. Please, just stop. All right.
Better get your loves
All
off the
right,
way.
you guys. Is there anything else you would like to bring up?
There was one thing. Something a little more subtle than trial by combat and killing in the Coliseum. I was going to introduce detectives to the city. People to investigate corrupt officials, judges, lawyers, cops,
That's already a thing.
all across the board.
No, he's saying an actual officials that only investigate cops.
Officials that are not a part of any kind of judicial system. These would be paid for by me.
That sounds
The evidence would speak for itself. It would still be a public trial.
Jerry, but here's the way that we look at it. If you're saying that you're going to pay for them out of your pocket, that means that you could possibly, what's the word, Sin? Maybe, I don't know, influence them.
You're literally spending our taxpayer dollars on your bullshit.
You know you can do.
Well, private investigators are already a thing, folks. I hate to tell you.
Exactly. But those people aren't, I mean, but here's the thing, if you're paying for them, I feel like you could influence them, and I don't like that.
You can absolutely influence them, no.
Well, like I said, the evidence will speak for itself. It's not like I'm just gonna rule, you know, that this person is guilty immediately. There'll always be a trial.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Right. The thing is, you elect these people to trust in them. So you just gotta trust that what he's doing is good and that he's not going to influence them.
I don't.
That's the whole
Beth
fucking
for
point.
mayor. Beth
No,
for
no
mayor.
offense,
I
Carmine,
will
but I
tase
don't-
you. I will
I'm
literally
not
tase you right here,
convinced,
right now.
sir. Like, I'm really not.
So just don't worry about it.
I've got no money to my name, no assets. The only thing driving me is passion to help and to cleanse the corruption.
What is your experience in business?
In business? None. But I have a lot of experience with people. I'm out there with them every single day. And I know what they want and I know what they need.
Okay, so Beth for mayor. Beth for mayor.
No, stop that.
Cindy, can you please stop doing it?
I have a petition for both of the candidates. I would like to request something.
Have you ever heard of
I would like to request that red and blue
Cartiers before, my
underglow
dear?
become legal in the city of Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
If I become mayor, I will put you.
Got no problem with that.
And blue too.
Actually, I will take that one
Yes.
step further, and I would like to validate any
Yes.
tint.
Any what?
Tint.
Yes. We should have
free the
privacy
tent.
pin.
True.
Yes.
Free the tent.
That was a great idea, Beth.
I do have one more thing, and I'm still working on it because I'm not going to promise something that I can't keep. Y'all know that. I want to do an investigation, as I said, into the state funds and where we're at with that. And I would like to look at universal basic income that works in brackets. So if you have under a certain amount in your bank account, you get this much every week. If you have this much, you get this much, and so on.
Free the glow.
I
glow.
support that.
Who's gonna pay for that with taxes, bro? Oh.
Not with Texas. Speed cam.
Whoa! Oh, my bad. You scared me, Darnell. Sorry.
And also, I want to do an investigation into why the fucking band-aids are so expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And cigarettes too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's no reason.
Cigarettes? What
There's
the
no reason.
fuck?
There's just no
Absolutely
reason.
not.
I would just
Yeah,
like
for
to
real,
say,
you go to
if
jail
you buy
for
a
$7 a piece.
Yep. Yeah.
For one.
For a black amount?
That's another thing. I want to raise the minimum wage. If you go to a burger shot, if you go to the burger shot and you get a money shot meal and a shake, you're paying $500. You know what the minimum wage is? 15.
That's because they make no money.
You gotta save up for 3 or 4 days just to get a meal. That's messed up.
I don't know about you, but I want some unemployment, bro.
That,
I want some money just for living, alright?
I want EBT.
yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's way too low. This is the most expensive city in the country, for Christ's sake.
I'm very confused. Are you saying that Burger Shot employees are making only $15 an hour?
Are we saying unemployment?
Oh.
Yeah.
If you do not have a job, you
Sir,
get
can you stop
$15
with the
an hour.
jackhammer?
I mean, if you don't have a job, we'll get a job.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop
hammering.
That's why people go. That's why people gotta go to.
Hey, doing some work on the streets, folks.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you one more time. If I need to ask you again, I'm gonna escort you off the
Sir,
property.
I consider that a weapon. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Shut the fuck up.
As you all know, I am more than open to hearing the ideas of the citizens. I will make time to sit down with you one-on-one if you have a concern. I very, very highly value all y'all's voice. So if I get in, I will make sure that there are city hall meetings and that they will be held and that you will be heard.
Hell yeah. You know me, I'm always on the streets.
Shania has a question. Let's hear it, Shania.
Okay, so back to the speed lights, the cameras. You said you're gonna try. Yeah, the traffic lights. You said you're gonna try to remove them. What makes you think that they can be removed, considering we can't even budge the penal code 2727, which states we can't have red or blue underglow.
Yeah, the traffic cameras.
Should I take this one?
Yeah, well, that was directed at you.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have said that for Jerry. Sorry.
Well, look at it this way. If either one of us becomes mayor, we've got a considerable amount of power. And how does anything get into law? People vote on it. It's democracy. If every person in this city hates the damn speeding cameras, what are they going to say? No? I will take a semi and run them out of the damn street if I have to.
Another way to avoid them, you go around it.
Yeah. True.
You can't go around it.
Around the streets that have them.
Yeah, you could go down alleyways, but I mean, come on.
There's no way the lights are going to be removed. If anything, you'll be able to lower the price a little bit.
Well, I'm going for removal, but if I can't do that, I'm lowering the price. I'm cutting it in half at the very, very least. Something's going to change with those speeding lights. Mark my words.
Well, I mean, a penal code that is really stupid wasn't able to be budged by a petition of the city.
Yeah, and it's not
Like
everyone signed
a
the petition.
decent amount, like.
None.
Yeah, they'll want to fight us on it, but, you know. At the end of the day, we outnumber them in terms of votes.
Alright, you try you, bud.
When it comes to stuff like that, most when you're trying to topple the fucking balance and the powers at the top, you got to start by shaking the fuck out of the bottom. And
Absolutely.
When it comes to stuff like that, it's illegal. It's pretty much illegal to protest, and I would like to change that to some degree, because I do think that there's a time and a place that things need to be flipped up on their side, and we will discuss that more, obviously, at a later date. But
I agree.
I think that, you know, sometimes, as Shania, I know how you feel about, you know, your petition. You worked very hard on that, and for that to just be, you know, thrown under the rug when you had how many signatures on it, it's absolutely fucking unacceptable. I will be dragged out of that fucking courthouse kicking and screaming if somebody comes to me with a petition of that size and
Oh, hell yeah.
they say no.
Are you kidding me? They're just going to ignore us like that?
It's already happened.
Can I say something to both candidates?
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I was arrested because I defended myself from a guy that stabbed me inside of a bank.
Unacceptable.
That sounds about right.
Problem.
And I want to know if either one of you candidates would be willing to reopen training for these police officers on how they conduct investigations.
Correct, guy. They also need to learn their fucking laws, guy.
I'm looking to change police protocol quite a bit, actually. And yes, I would definitely be willing to look into that. Officers that are being heard about repeatedly will undergo training again, or be shadowed, like with the private investigators I was mentioning.
They don't even know what a bench trial is, guy.
I was incapacitated from a stab wound to the spine when they showed up.
That's
because
messed
they
up.
heard gunshots.
You know, I interviewed
I was outside
somebody.
of the bank, and his friend decided to tell the police that I took them hostage. I didn't do anything wrong but defend myself. These police didn't even check any cameras. They didn't conduct a thorough investigation. I yelled at these officers because the person who stabbed me came back on scene, and
Preach,
nothing
brother.
was done about it.
This is why I'm running for mayor. You need to be at the top position to get these bastards, these crooked cops. I mean, it pisses me off.
I feel like there should be more training, better investigations done in this city by the police, and more benefit of the fucking doubt, honestly.
There's no accountability. There's zero.
There's no accountability, and I'm not gonna go and make a generalization that all cops are shit and this and that, but there are definitely some that need a little help, I think.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
With power like that, it corrupts people. It's just the way it is. There needs to be somebody watching them. That's the way it needs to be.
And
You
that's
won't change
part
my
of
mind.
why- That's part of why I would like to have, you know,
What's up, Fletcher?
transparency on the SOPs.
100%.
Because you can fucking audit them back on that. Go ahead, Fletcher.
What do you need, buddy?
Oh, he's still writing.
It must be a long one.
But he's a man of very deep thoughts. Just give him some time.
There's a lot going on up there.
Excuse me, you're blocking my view, sir.
Alright, is there anything else you guys would like to bring up?
No, we're just waiting on Fletcher to speak his
Fletcher.
mind here.
Write your goddamn note.
Free the cloud!
Bitch, if you don't sit down,
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Fletcher feels that he's being discriminated against because, you know, he's a little bit different than all of us. Different doesn't mean bad, and I think that there needs to be something written up for discrimination for, you know, whatever you might be discriminated against. I think that should be able to be penalized.
Freedom of speech is obviously still a thing, but if you're targeting an individual, you need to face some consequences for that. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Bullying should be a crime.
Well, I mean, targeting somebody, harassing them.
AKA bullying.
Yes, we understand, Fletcher. We understand.
I know, man.
When are we gonna get Fletcher some legs, man? He's worked really hard. He deserves legs.
You say legs?
Real legs.
What's wrong with his legs?
Oh, well, Fletcher was looking for some new legs. He was willing to trade his legs for somebody else's.
Yeah, he got new legs.
Maybe, like, we could give him Vincent since he's not gonna need him anymore.
Yeah,
that's a good
no,
idea.
we could. That is a very good idea.
I can make it happen.
Oh, I see, I see.
I got you, man.
There was one more thing that I wanted to mention, and I'm not sure how many people agree with this. It's kind of my own personal opinion. But I think the city is kind of boring. There's not a lot of entertainment to be had other than the kind we organize ourselves. We're kind of like kids with a cardboard box trying to make our own fun. I think there should be like cabaret clubs, these demo derbies that just went on here. Maybe I could put that in a coliseum itself. Who knows? Just more fun in the city. Something to keep people's mind off crime and just all the stuff that's stressing them out.
Jerry, I have a comment on that.
How about open the casino?
Hell yes, open the casino. Whoever said that, yes, absolutely.
Please go ahead.
It's just funny because earlier he was shitting on me for planning events and saying that's all I do. So I'm just a little curious how that ties into this.
I said, well, what I said was that it's, you can't really run just based on that. You know, event planning is its own thing. I wouldn't say it's really something that you should run as a mayor. You know, it shouldn't be your whole thing.
And I quote, the mayor position is not for party planners. It's for people with big ideas.
Exactly. Well put.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's discrimination.
That's fucked up.
Against party planners?
Yeah, you're discriminating party planners. You're saying that people who plan parties can't run for government office? That's bullshit.
I said you shouldn't run on that and only that.
That's
He's
not what
running
you
on
said.
that and only that, though.
No backpedaling.
That's a lot of what I've been hearing from that side. I don't know.
I was there for that conversation. That's not what he said. He said that that shouldn't be the main.
It's on
platform for
Twitter.
someone's
I just read
candidacy.
it off of Twitter. Thank you.
Agreed.
Well, I don't know how you could misconstrue it from what I said.
That's crazy because you misconstrued me earlier saying I stole your whole platform when I was just trying to have a conversation.
Well, listen, I've been hitting the streets. I've been talking to a lot of people, and not many people even knew you were running, Beth. Nobody knew why either.
What? That's fucking horseshit. We all fucking
The entire city
that's what you
What
the fuck?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know there was a mayoral race until I heard Beth was running for mayor. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even know Jerry.
I think there is a small contingent of people.
I haven't been around for the past month. And I came back, not even, I don't even know how long ago, and I heard that, about that.
I'm just saying, every person I talked to on the street, not you folks, her buddies, everybody else on the street, had no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about
Magically,
because I had no idea.
Magically, everyone was my buddy too.
The people had no idea.
I had no idea that you were running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I just started running like yesterday, so that doesn't surprise me.
So, and you're coming after her when she's been campaigning for how long now?
That's exactly my point. She's been campaigning and nobody knew about it. So where's the campaign?
Just disagreed with you. Literally everyone here just disagreed with you.
All right, everybody. It doesn't matter who.
Calm it down.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody
The fact
just please.
of the matter
Matters
is,
to him, right?
it wasn't until today that the fucking mayoral race candidates was closed. So I wasn't gonna fucking toot my own horn if I didn't even know what was going on. I haven't even met with Paul Gentry yet.
That's a fair point.
I was campaigning. I've been advertising, and I've.
It's just what I've been hearing,
asking for
folks.
help.
It's just what I've been hearing.
And I don't feel the need to defend myself because the people that know, and the people that don't, well, they need to open their ears.
You don't know, you're not supposed to know, motherfucker.
Yeah,
He's a weasel news, but
I've
has
seen
no
it
sources.
everywhere. Literally
It's been on
everywhere.
ads, it's been on Twitter, and it's been in, the fucking government email, and it's also been in the Bing Machine email.
Yeah, I've been known.
She was putting people. She on Twitter and advertisements stating that she wants to hire people for her mayoral campaign.
Yeah, I think I saw that one like a week ago.
Yeah, so you knew that she was campaigning.
So we knew then a week
Yeah,
ago
we
she
knew.
was campaigning.
I'm just saying one tweet from a week ago isn't really a campaign.
More than one.
Yeah, it was
It's
more
been
than
more than one tweet,
tweets,
motherfucker. I
tweets
tweeted
every
yesterday
day.
and the day before
May
that.
may I ask a question? Hold on.
Please, everybody, be quiet. Let this man ask a question.
I have a question for you, Jerry. Okay.
All right.
So like the people who aren't us, because we're not people. You said that.
Yeah, I
you
did
don't know
not say
about
that.
About Beth running, right? Like it doesn't make any sense. It's weird that you're a Weasel news person, but you have no sources for said claims. Isn't that like your whole profession?
What do you want me to write down everybody's name that I talked to?
Yes.
Just like
absolutely.
one, just like a single one would be nice.
The source.
Are you suggesting that he's fake news?
Just a question, that's all. Just a question.
Oh.
How about this guy over here behind Fletcher?
Wow, no answers either.
Avoiding his
Wow.
question. What a great mayor.
You're absolutely one person.
What a great
That was one of my sources. The guy behind Fletcher there.
Hey, how long have you been in the city, sir?
Oh, me?
It does matter, actually.
It does matter. How long have you been in the city?
I've been in this city for a little over a week.
That's a
Not
lie.
asking you, homie.
Yeah, we're not asking you, Jerry.
You
We're
just said
asking
it was
this guy,
yesterday.
your source. How long
Oh.
have you been in the city?
Oh,
A
wait.
week?
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention to your Twitter?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, well,
All right,
you obviously fucking
guys,
haven't.
this is a
let's not
pointless
nickel and
discussion
dime
right
it
here.
here. Let's
This is a
chill it out a
pointless
little bit.
discussion. Let's get this moving. Everybody, please be quiet. Do you guys have any other topics you would like to
Everybody
discuss?
back up a little
Yeah,
bit.
I do have one thing.
Yeah, please, everybody, just get back to your spots. It's getting a little crowded.
Yeah, I would like to decriminalize shishin at the courthouse.
Yes.
Gee.
Because I know personally 2 people that were discriminated against for their
facts.
choice of
That
I'm
was
shishin.
providing
That
those
was
cases
bullshit.
to them.
Wait, you can't say sheesh at the courthouse.
Nope. That's bullshit.
What?
I'm about to do it anyway.
$5,000 fine.
For you guys be trying to pay that.
Yep, even at recess, apparently, I'm fighting these cases. I second that.
And they always have recess, but they never have lunch break catered by Burger Shot. What the fuck is that?
Yep, what the fuck is this? We're hungry at the courthouse.
Yeah, I almost died of fucking old age last time.
Yeah, on that point, the vending machines at the hospital. Let's get those things working. What the hell?
I've
Yeah,
already
they're-
contacted the government about getting the machines working.
Yeah, people are passing out from hunger.
How about the pool cleaned at Pink Cage?
Yes.
I will look into that.
Too many needles in there.
Not only that, but there's other stuff in there.
Yeah. Bad stuff.
Fecal matter.
Cars are included.
Not even gonna touch that.
So, I have a
Not
question.
even gonna touch that.
Yeah,
Nope.
what's your question?
I was just, hold on one second. Sorry, I was scrolling through Twitter and I noticed yesterday morning, you told somebody to vote for you and said that if they voted for you, that you would free them from prison.
Wow.
That's to me.
Well, yeah, that was directed towards you, Jerry.
I said he would get out, and with my Coliseum battle, he just might.
That's
I don't think I want someone
Yeah.
that's proficient in the Coliseum to be roaming the streets.
Exactly.
I spoke with this individual. He's not a violent offender.
You're still wanting violence, but yet you're against violence.
Equals empathy.
Yeah, I literally
Make
heard
up
you
your fucking
say
mind.
don't.
I like sanctioned violence, just like we had here today with the Derby. This was very violent, but everyone enjoyed themselves.
Different though.
But this was a lot more safe than shaking each other in a coliseum.
I don't know about safe. I was on fire inside of my car, so I wouldn't call it safe.
A lot of people
You fucking survived.
There was explosions, cars were blowing up, I got sent flying into the air. You guys got to make up your minds. Do you like violence or not?
But you survived.
The government was trying to take care of anything
Take
that
your own
happened.
advice there on that one, Jerry. Make up
Depends
your
on the
own
situation.
Sanctioned violence, people. It's a thing, and it's okay.
I don't
You want to do? You
How would the
want
victims
violence
feel
to
though?
A lot
happen,
of you
there's
people
not gonna
here
be
are
good
making
outcome.
comments about that, but you yourself participate in violence, so just.
And we were all
you
just
know.
at the fucking derby.
How would the victim feel though? That their man gets to kill another person and gets out for it.
Not here to
Like I
judge
said, these
whatever.
things are opt-in. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything.
The criminal's gonna opt in. The victim just has to
Who is
sit there
that
and watch.
talking? Who has a question?
Who has a question?
This gentleman right here.
All right, speak up, sir.
Yeah, speak up, step forward. I cannot hear this man.
Yeah,
Can anyone hear this man?
Who's speaking
speak
right
up.
now?
Use your loud voice.
I have 2 easy questions for you. One's easy, one's open-ended. Do you own the bean machine?
Yes, sir, I do.
So, if you own the bean machine, how do we know that you're not colluding with other branches of the government at this moment in time, not including
Because the bean machine
the
isn't a
or
government
the
owned-
hospital, the police, and the courthouse, where I see your machines and product all over the place? Do we know you're not already in their pockets already?
I mean, yeah, you can check my bank records, man. I could make it available.
Can
to
we
the
check
public
those
if you
records?
want.
Because from what I understand, we can't.
I mean, I could make it available. It's not that deep.
I've been hearing,
I have no reason. I have no reason to fund them when I can hardly fund my fucking employees at the moment because of the way the economy is. So.
Well, how do you know they're, how do we know it's money that you're getting, or they're getting? It could be a favor.
It's the departments that is helping the bean machine because the money that is used in those go to the bean machine, which go to her. So it's us, so it's those departments supporting the bean machine, not her
Yeah,
supporting them.
it's the police and the EMS coming in to buy my products and support my events.
It's kind of funny how to
Pretty much the other way
see all those taxpayer dollars getting funneled straight back into someone who's about to go into the government.
That's not how that works.
Right.
Not even a little bit. But
That's
that's
not even
not
close to how that
That
works.
was that was a reach.
It's cute, but not how it
That
works.
was a long.
Yeah.
Well,
If anyone would like to investigate me for like tax fraud or whatever, by all means, I can make the records available. But that's just not how it fucking works.
I would like to say that she had like a garage sale one time, and I found a shirt that I liked. So she is working for her own money. It's not funneled, sweetie.
that's not exactly evidence, but all right.
What do you how was that?
I mean,
not?
what do
she
you
works
need?
for her own
Used to
stuff.
give me evidence.
If anything, you work for the media, so wouldn't you be the
Dude, one time I was talking to Jerry and he recorded me with his camera.
Well, who am I going to collude with? As far as I know, everybody hates Weasel News.
Also, he
Except for
is
the
the one
feds.
who's filming Pillbox, which is against HIPAA laws.
When did I film Pillbox?
You've done it multiple times.
I know they told me that there's no cameras allowed, and I put them away. I've been very respectful to Pillbox.
One time I was, just
Were
walking
you
around
not?
town, and this man was like on top of like a little part of the hill right up here, and he was just sticking his camera over the edge, just pointing it at everyone.
And if you recall, Officer LaFleur said any public space can be filmed from the outside.
Yeah, but is that not a little like weird?
It may be weird, but like he said, it's perfectly legal.
Yeah, that's stalkerish. And let me ask you this, Jerry.
Is there stalking laws in this city? Because
So
I would like to look into
there
that.
should be.
There is.
Whenever
That's
yesterday
called journalism, guy.
you were at the courthouse with me and the judge got shot at the courthouse. All you did was film it. You didn't offer any aid. You didn't ask if he was okay. All you cared
I definitely
about
did.
was no, you didn't. Because I was there. All you cared about was a news story.
I
Is that
was-
all you care about, Jerry?
You know what? I'll pose the same question to you. I was at the hospital with him for at least 30 minutes right after it happened. Where were you?
Yeah, I was doing CPR on him at the courthouse. I was there for a business proposal.
Yeah, where were you after? Everybody just seemed to forgot about that judge after he got shot, but here was old Jerry here. Doesn't even know him at the hospital.
I had official business to take care of.
I didn't have any camera. I didn't have any recording device. I was just there to show my support.
Okay, you had a camera out and you were using your cell phone. I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, that's
Backpedal
hearsay.
some more, Jerry.
There's no backpedaling.
Be respectful.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Not your job.
Any other
Have
topics
nothing
we
to
would like to discuss tonight?
You just want to like give it to Beth.
Oh.
Who the fuck said that, bro?
In any case, I almost always have an ad out, and I mean, you can tweet out. I'm here pretty much all the time, and I would love to hear from you. I have no ill will or qualms against Jerry. I think, you know, some of our views are very similar. Some of them are very different, but some are similar, and I can respect that, and I can respect that he's trying to do his thing as a candidate. So, if, you know, as I said earlier, this is a race and not a war. I'm not trying to fucking defame him. This is, you know, we're both trying to shoot our shot here into the fucking hearts of the city, so.
Thank you, Beth. All right, listen, I think this was a nice, healthy debate here today, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. And as Beth said, you know, this is not a popularity contest at all, you know? Both these candidates here presented a great arguments and suggestions. You know, just please take the time to carefully decide on who you're voting for. And yeah, thank you all for showing up. We appreciate it.
When is the voting day?
Thank you, thank you.
I'm not sure exactly. When is the voting day?
I don't think it's been released yet.
Yeah.
Soon. Figure out what day is.
All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up.